Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for October 6, 2025. Firstly, in Japanese politics, Sanae Takaichi has made history by becoming the leader of Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party, paving the way for her to become the country's first female prime minister. This development has sent shockwaves through the financial markets, with the Nikkei 25 index soaring past the 30,000 mark. In another part of the world, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict continues to escalate, leaving thousands dead, injured, or displaced. The international community has condemned both sides for their actions and is calling for an immediate ceasefire and a return to negotiations. We urge all parties involved to prioritize diplomacy and work towards a peaceful resolution. Lastly, in European politics, we reported on the recent developments in France, where President Emmanuel Macron's government has been facing criticism for its handling of the economic crisis. However, since this article was not provided, let's move to our final story. In a significant development in Japanese politics is not the only major news story, as French politics also saw some shifts recently. However, we focused on Japan and Israel-Palestine this week. We'll continue to monitor these situations and provide you with in-depth analysis and updates as more information becomes available. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press evening podcast. Until next time, good night. And that's all for tonight. And as we always say, that's all for tonight. Thank you for joining us on this special report from the AI Daily Press. We'll be back with more news and insights after this break. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then she'll know it's right now. Firstly, we've been following the story of deportation deals between the U.S. government and third countries, including Eswatini. These arrangements have raised concerns about human rights and due process, with migrants being deported to countries where they may face persecution or inhumane treatment. Secondly, we've been reporting on the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas, with diplomatic efforts underway to secure a ceasefire. Talks are set to begin in Egypt, involving representatives from Hamas, Israel, and the U.S. Despite warnings from the U.S. Secretary of State to halt bombing campaigns, Israeli forces have continued their operations, resulting in devastating consequences for civilians on both sides. Lastly, we've been exploring the broader implications of these stories, including the outsourcing of immigration enforcement and the complexities of securing a lasting ceasefire in the Middle East. We'll continue to monitor developments and provide in-depth analysis in future reports. That's all for tonight. Thank you for joining me on this evening's edition of the AI Daily Press. Until next time, I'm Barbara. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. Firstly, we looked at the potential opportunities in defensive stocks like equity lifestyle properties, highlighted by Gen Alpha on Seeking Alpha. These old economy stocks with real assets and meaningful cash flow are often overlooked in favor of mega-cap names with speculative valuations. As I always say, the more things change, the more they stay the same, and it's essential to consider these stable options for long-term growth. Secondly, we explored Samuel Smith's approach to building a retirement portfolio through dividend investing. His 5 key tests for finding stocks with growing dividend income are invaluable for anyone looking to create a steady stream of revenue in their golden years. As someone who emphasizes the importance of dividend investing, I appreciate Smith's thoughtful analysis and stock picks. Lastly, we discussed Jim Cramer's increased confidence in Nike's turnaround after their recent earnings report. While the company still faces challenges like tariffs and industry headwinds, their brand recognition, innovative products, and strong marketing efforts will likely drive their success. As I always remind our listeners, don't panic and remember that a well-diversified portfolio is key to weathering any market storm. And, as I like to ask, where do you stay your Money Monday? Are you prepared for the potential risks and opportunities ahead in the world of finance? Stay informed, stay vigilant, and happy investing. That's all for tonight, folks. Until next time, goodbye from the AI Daily Press. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we explored the role of artificial intelligence in designing new antibiotics to combat antimicrobial-resistant infections. With AI-powered machine learning algorithms, scientists can quickly identify potential antibiotic compounds and test them against a wide range of bacteria, offering a promising solution to this growing global health concern. Next, we gazed up at the night sky to witness the beauty of the harvest moon, supermoon, which coincided with the Draconid meteor shower. This rare celestial event reminded us of the intricate dance between our planet and its celestial neighbors, and the importance of appreciating the beauty and wonder that surrounds us. Lastly, we discussed the value of human intuition in scientific research, highlighting the importance of collaboration between humans and AI algorithms. We also touched on the need for a more nuanced approach to recognizing individual and team achievements in the scientific community. As we wrap up tonight's podcast, I'd like to leave you with a thought-provoking quote from social scientist Abilio Almeida, just as someone might dive into a river without noticing the strength of the current. Many people dive into the digital ecosystem every day without really knowing where they are going, and often remain there for longer than they would like before managing to get out. Food for thought, indeed. Thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll see you again soon on the AI Daily Press. Good night and clear skies. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. I'm your host, Howard. Tonight, we're summarizing the key stories that have been making headlines across sports and entertainment. First off, in the world of football, the Philadelphia Eagles are facing a bit of a challenge. Their passing game has hit a snag, leading to frustration among fans and prompting questions about their ability to compete at the highest level. Despite this, the team remains optimistic, looking for ways to tweak their offense and improve communication. Shifting gears to baseball, the Seattle Mariners have made a significant comeback in the American League Division Series against the Detroit Tigers. With a nail-biting 3-2 win in Game 2, they've tied the series, setting the stage for an intense showdown in Detroit. The game was marked by outstanding performances from both teams' pitchers, with Tarek Skubal of the Tigers making history with his strikeouts. Lastly, in entertainment news, Taylor Swift and NFL player Travis Kelce are once again in the spotlight. This time, it's about the unique birthday tribute Travis received from his mom, featuring Taylor's new song, Opalite. The song, part of her album The Life of a Showgirl, seems to pay tribute to their relationship, highlighting themes of moving past previous relationships and finding happiness with someone new. That's all for tonight, folks. A mix of sports challenges, thrilling comebacks, and heartwarming tributes to love and music. Until next time, stay informed and keep on shining. Now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we reported on the theft of a 4,500-year-old limestone relief from a tomb in Egypt's Saqqara necropolis. This priceless artifact, depicting the ancient Egyptian seasons, was cut out of the wall with an electric saw, leaving behind a gaping hole in history. The investigation is ongoing, and authorities are working to recover the stolen relic. Secondly, we covered the devastating school collapse in Indonesia, which claimed the lives of over 100 young students. Our thoughts are with the families and loved ones affected by this tragedy. The investigation into the cause of the collapse is ongoing, but initial indications suggest poor construction quality may have played a role. Lastly, we touched on the story of a 2,000-year-old golden coffin stolen from a museum in Egypt. This priceless artifact, once the final resting place of an ancient noble, has vanished into the black market. We urge authorities to continue their efforts to recover this precious relic and bring it back to its rightful place. In all three stories, we're reminded of the fragility and beauty of human life, as well as the importance of preserving our cultural heritage for future generations. As we close this evening's edition, we invite you to join us in a moment of silence, honoring the memories of those who have lost their lives and acknowledging the significance of protecting our shared history. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you again soon. Good night. Now, for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Like you, Charles. First, love is in the air with all the recent celebrity engagements. I'm talking fairy tale weddings, intimate ceremonies, and everything in between. But will these newlyweds be able to navigate married life in the public eye? Only time will tell. Next up, we're diving into the controversy surrounding the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Big names like Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart are performing, but not everyone's a fan. Comedian David Cross is speaking out against the festival, citing Saudi Arabia's human rights abuses, while Pete Davidson's all about that paycheck. It's a tricky situation, folks. Last but not least, Ben Stiller and his wife Christine Taylor are giving us major relationship goals with their rekindled romance. But what's really inspiring is how Ben's using his platform to explore themes of family, relationships, and personal growth. He's confronting his vulnerabilities and learning from his past mistakes. It's a powerful reminder that true growth requires courage, empathy, and self-reflection. That's all for tonight, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, stay informed, keep on loving, and remember, it's never too late to learn, adapt, and evolve, both as individuals and as couples. Can you handle the truth? I think so. This is Joan, signing off. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David Attenacher.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, a recent study found that marine heat waves are impacting the ocean's ability to sequester carbon with potentially far-reaching consequences for climate change. The research revealed that during these heat waves, smaller phytoplankton species thrive, leading to a shift in the ecosystem and reduced carbon sinking. In another story, we explored the debate over genetic engineering and conservation. A proposed moratorium on synthetic biology has sparked a discussion about the potential benefits and risks of using biotechnology to preserve biodiversity. While some see it as a necessary tool, others view it as a violation of the natural order. Lastly, we looked at how changes in phytoplankton populations are affecting the ocean's carbon cycle. The study used data from biogeochemical Argo floats to show that during marine heat waves, the ocean's carbon toilet malfunctions, leading to more carbon remaining in surface waters and potentially exacerbating climate change. These stories highlight the complex relationships between our oceans, climate, and ecosystems. As we navigate the challenges of environmental conservation, it's essential that we continue to monitor and study these systems to make informed decisions about our planet's future. That's all for tonight's summary. Thank you for joining us on the AI Daily Press Evening Podcast. Until next time, good night. And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.